Individual drove a pickup truck into a crowd of people on Bourbon Street, New Orleans, killing 10 people and dozens of others. Right? And here's the guy's name. That's his name right there. You guys remember it. What was the New Year? So let's just call it the New Year's. It was the New Year's. It was the New Year's on Bourbon Street. There you go. So we'll scratch what it was called. It was just the New Year's. It was supposed to be a Happy New Year festival on Bourbon Street. And you guys remember this as if it was yesterday, because I remembered. I did a lot of stories on it. And it wound up being, at the end, a 4x4, which I said, why is it 4x4? Because, again, Barack Obama's birthday, well, he was the 44th president. But I digress. I just wanted to connect this thing right away because, again, January 1st of 2025, on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, this guy plowed through, killing all these people, injuring multiple. And then last night in Vancouver, Canada, the same thing happened again. And it's 115 days between those days. Now I'm going to change this back to 2026 because I want to show you guys something. You see that 250? It speaks. So let me just break it down. 115 days ago was January 1st. Subtracted from the end of the year is 250. It's screaming. I'm going to show you why. Welcome new subscribers. We're going to break down these 5 C's, people. We're going to break them down. I'm going to play this, and I'm going to play it without the volume because I want to show you something. Because, you know what? I'm going to play it with the volume because I want to show you guys something. Check this out.
While this happened, it just passed 8 o'clock local time, which is about 3 hours ago now. It happened about 3 or 4 blocks behind me.
I want you to remember this here, like a V, okay? Remember that, like a V.
For those of you who know Vancouver, this is Fraser Street, and I'm on 45th. It was the last.
And he said Fraser Street, remember that. And then he's on 45th. He's on 45th. Listen.
Street, and I'm on 45th. It was the last.
I'm on 45th. All the places in the world he could have had his report. He's on 45th Street. Who is the 45th president? You know who it is. Trump.
Lapu Festival, which is a Filipino festival, second year for it, named after a famous 15th century Filipino warrior. And about 8 o'clock, apparently, in the laneway that runs behind these stores over here, over my right shoulder, an SUV, a black SUV, came down the street and hit multiple people, causing multiple fatalities and multiple casualties. There are videos that do look like Vancouver I've seen on social media that do show.
And I'm going to show you what Kim Sim said later on. I'm going to show you the mayor, what he said later on.
Multiple dead people on the street. It happened, again, in the laneway right beside me back there, and John Oliver Secondary School, which is one of 18 high schools in the city.
Now, this is the first time I've ever done this on YouTube, so let me show you what I'm thinking. Back in the day, it was a white SUV. And now this one is a black automobile. Are you ready for this? Black, white. You start it and you finish it. X is the 24th letter of the alphabet, which means you will be eliminated. Do you see where I'm going? Something tragic is going to happen. I know I've been saying it, but they keep giving us multiple clues, and I'm getting wisdom as I go along. Something's about to happen. because it's in the numbers, the 250. Wait till I get there. Now watch this here.
What really happened was, imagine Black Eyed Peas already concluded the show, and then around 15 minutes later, we're still taking pictures, we're enjoying the evening, and then we see and hear a black car, ramming through all the vendors, kids. Are you okay? What are you talking about? Kids and families just shrieking and yelling and crying. And we were actually heading towards the car. And then just a lot of people running towards the fields because they're trying to move themselves away from the street. And then I remember hearing a woman, she was like, I smell blood. I hear blood, I hear crying.
Now, what I want to do, because I'm just not realizing what she's got on, you know, I decode shirts and everything. I saw the flag. And I saw the polo. I saw polo, believe it or not. I saw polo.
And then we see and hear a black car, ramming through all the vendors, kids. Are you okay? What are you talking about?
So I believe that's a polo shirt. Polo comes out to 50. There's 50 states in our union. This is more about America, or equally, trust me, on this situation. And the 22, you know, I've shown you pictures before with Barack Obama. He's got a V on his head, and I pet goat 2, which means disaster, destruction is coming, because all of a sudden Barack Obama sweats a V, and as he sweats that V, the 22nd letter of the alphabet, as he sweats the V, 22, the flag shreds, and everything behind him crumbles, disaster. So you have the 22, which is V, and you got the 50, polo. So I'm glad I caught that. The thing is speaking without speaking, okay? Now, let me go a little bit further, something I didn't do yet. Check this out.
What started off as a block party in Vancouver quickly turned into a nightmare. Footage circulating on social media shows what's left of the car that ploughed into a crowd, killing people who had come to celebrate Filipino heritage at a street festival. Police are investigating what they call a mass casualty incident.
At approximately 8:14 p.m., a lone suspect, subject male with one vehicle, drove through a crowded community event occurring near here. That male was taken into custody at the scene by the crowd.
Eyewitnesses say the vehicle was going at about 100 kilometers an hour, driving through a narrow street lined with food trucks before the driver stopped and was then caught by people nearby. The 30-year-old suspect was already known to authorities, but police have not provided further details and are confident it was not an act of terrorism. With victims still in various hospitals across the city, the total number of fatalities is still unclear.
So yeah, it was crazy. Now I'm gonna go through this thing methodically. Again, January 1st, we had a similar situation in New Orleans. And we can go back, if we go back to, the anniversary would be next year. January 1st of 2026 would be the anniversary of the one that happened in New Orleans. Subtracted from yesterday, 4/26/2025 in Vancouver, Canada. The difference is 250. Like I said, the 250 has significance. Now check this out. Remember, Kid Rock was at the White House. I got to get that date. And he had 250 on his jacket as well. 250 speaks. 250 speaks. Let me see if I can get this date. Let's see if we can put all this together. What day was Kid Rock at the White House? He was at the White House March 31st. March 31st. So let's look at this thing, March 31st. See if there's gonna be a number tie-in. "26 days ago, 26. Or 3 6s, 666. Either way, let's look at something. Let's look at something. I'm gonna keep on until I figure this out. This is a hard thing to crack. All right, so we got the Kid Rock situation. Now watch this here. This is the latest acceptable revision reviewed on April 16th, 2025. September 7th is the 250th day of the year. There's a time between 250 and September 7th. Why is that? Why is that? The 97th day of the year, people, is April 7th. The 97th day of the year is April 7th. Now it's making more sense, ain't it? It's making a whole lot of sense, isn't it? The 250th day of the year is speaking big time. Because, again, you have it right in your face. 9/7, 250. When you just take those numbers, when you take the 115th day of the year, which was 426 last night when they had this guy run through there, minus 350, 365 rather, it gives you 250. 250. That's deep, y'all. The 250th day of the year is September 7th. The 97th day of the year is April 7th. It's Trump. It all points to Trump. This is Trump. 250 is Trump. It's taken me almost a month to put this thing together. It's so many levels to 250, but they're speaking. This annihilation of all these people is tied in. I'm sorry I'm confusing people, but I got to get you to understand. January 1st, whoosh, April 26th, whoosh, elimination. Hope you're getting it. Now look at this here. July 1st, Canada was founded, July 1st. Take July 1st, subtract it from yesterday, 426. The difference is 615. What is 615? The 165th day of the year is June 14th. That's Trump again. Now, they're in Vancouver, Canada. Founded April 6th. April 6, 2024, subtracted from yesterday, 426. The difference is 55 weeks. What's 55? Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. Are you getting it? Then look, 426, yesterday, last night, versus July 4th, that's America. Got a holiday of 2026 coming up. The difference is 128. But suppose it's 12/8, what would that be? On 12/8/2023, Leave the World Behind came out. Barack Obama was a part of that. He consulted in that, 12/8. That's when the world went crazy, right? 12/8. So now you take 12/8/2023, when the movie came out on Netflix, versus yesterday's date, 12/26, 505. Get rid of the zero, you got 55. 55 is what? Julius Caesar, dead. Then look, this is the mayor of that area, Vancouver. He's mayor of Vancouver. His name is Kenneth Sim. Kenneth Sim. Okay, check this out. His birthday is October 18th. What is 10/18? Like Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan being hurled out of heaven like lightning. You understand? Like lightning. So look, 10:18, is that coincidence? 10/18/25 is his next birthday, the mayor, versus Trump's birthday, 6/14/2024, his last birthday, gives you 165. You already know the 165th day of the year is June 14th. That's Trump's birthday. Is that coincidence? Now look, this is the mayor. Look what time he posted this. He posted this last night, the mayor, at 10:07 a.m. on 4/27/2025. Look, 128,000 views. There's your 12/8 again. What is 12/8? 12/8 is what? 12/8 takes you back to what I said earlier. 12/8, leave the world behind. Is that coincidence? But I ain't done. Look at this. Take 10, he posted it at 10:07. This morning, April 27th. 10:07, 4/27. Take 10/07/2024 from April 27, 2025. The difference is 620. What is 620? What is 620? Look, June 20th is the 171st day of the year, leaving 194 days in a year. What is 194? July 13th. What happened on July 13th? Boom. This is about Donald J. Trump. This thing, took me 2.5 hours to unscramble this thing. But they speak 10:07 versus 4/27 gives you 620. 620 is the 171st day of the year, leaving 194 days of the year. On the 194th day of the year is what? July 13th. And what happened on July 13th? That's what I'm talking about. They're pointing toward it. January 1st, boom. 4/26, boom. Elimination is coming. Look at this decode. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now let's put the rest. Let's put the frosting on top. Then we're done. Look at this. 4/26 event just happened versus July 13th, 2025, the anniversary when Trump got hit in the ear. The difference is 78 days. And how old is Trump? 78. The anniversary of him getting the hit in the ear, 7/13/2025 versus last night, 4/26, is exactly Trump's age. Look at that. Then look, it was a street festival. That comes out to 55. Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. Now look at this. Look at the car. Tell me that don't look like a snake. Look at that. Look at it. The eyes and everything. It's right there. What you think? An eye, and an open mouth. Ain't that crazy? Look at it. Look at it. It's deep. I'll put it in the in the description so you can watch the video. It looked like, to me, allegedly superimposed in there. Look at that. Look at that thing. Look at that. Come on, man. Then look. Police. SF772C. S is 19, F is 6, C is 3, add it all together, 19, 6, 7, 7, 2, 3, come out to 45. Trump is the 45th president on back of the police car. Look at that license plate. Speaking, baby. And that looked like an image there. Look at that crazy looking thing there. Come on, man. Then look at this. Chopper. Chopper comes out to 45. Donald Trump, 45th president. What are you talking about, Pearson? The people that was entertaining, look on his sleeve. Chopper. The people that was entertaining, 45 is Trump. What else you got? Fraser Street. Remember the guy that was talking? He was on Fraser Street. Remember he was talking? Fraser Street comes out to 55. Who's 55? Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. Then look, he was on 45th Street too. The same guy's on 45th Street. There it is right behind you. 45th Street. Come on, man, stop playing. Look at this foolishness. I think I'm finished right now. Let me see, get done with this thing. It's deep, y'all, it's deep. Then look, see the rays of the sun like the sun god right in front of you? There's the cop. And this guy, he was there. He was running for office, but I kept seeing this. Look how they got this angle. Look at that. Look at that angle. Look, the X, and I think that's it. Oh, here. They said, look, there's another X. Now watch this. I forgot to show you guys something here. Watch this here.
I did a video a few days ago. This is when it's going to get deep. 4 days ago, I did this video. Why does this apartment seem staged?
The iPhone could finally be dead. There's a
I tell you, boy, you try to get work done.
This guy here, Shamsu Dinjabar. He's the one who had the white 4x4. He drove it down erratically, they say 80 miles an hour, down Bourbon Street, and he killed, what, 15 people and injured dozens of others? Remember that?
In New Orleans.
Okay. A reporter was allowed to go into his house 24 hours after the authorities went there to check out the house, which I told y'all was crazy. I want to show you what I found. And something that hit my subconscious, and I did not follow up. But today, it hit me.
Now, she's in his apartment, the reporter.
I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to show
They're back here, and his, what appears to be his collection of religious materials, his Quran, an open Quran with a passage there, as well as even the Bible here.
Now, my last video.
Documents.
Now, this is a reporter inside of his apartment, the guy who was on Bourbon Street. Watch what I found. Watch this.
I'm going to point to it. I'm going to point to it, and I just want to be silent, and you'll figure it out.
Religious materials, his
See that there? And the rock colors? Look at that. What is that? Remember I told you. Look at that. And then look at that. And then boom. Now let's put it all together. Let's put it all together. What you think?
Type this. I'm done.
What you think? What you think? You know what I'm looking at?
I'm done.
And I'm gonna do a follow-up because I'm convinced it's gonna show itself up again. I'm Friend Shot Pearson. God bless.